Hey everyone, welcome to the module The Global Business Environment, Evolution and Dynamics. Today we'll look into the Vodafone company. Myself, Janvi, and we have Deepinder, Stella, Steffi in our group. Let's look into the introduction of the Vodafone company, its timeline, network module, internalization benefits, past and present challenges, and its strategies. Firstly, the company overview. As we all know, Vodafone is a major global telecommunication company which operates in numerous countries. Also, the products offered by Vodafone company are abroad, which are like mobile, fixed line, internet, and TV. Also, it offers that are largely similar to its competitors, such as which includes mobile, internet, and television packages. Vodafone ensures that its service is competitive and up to date according to the industry standards. Coming to the market presence, Vodafone has established particularly a strong market presence in especially Europe and Africa, which are its core regions. Other than Europe and Africa, it also has Asia and other parts of the world, which extends its reach through partnerships with local network operators. The market cap of the Vodafone company stands with the 29th position with $22.07 billion, dollars. So which states it is in the good competition world and holds a good competition place. Coming to the strategic focus, Vodafone emphasizes its innovation in technology and consistently aims to enhance the customer experience, which means that it takes the insights from them. This focus helps differentiate Vodafone as a major and also a forward future thinking player in the telecommunication industry. Now we'll look into the network module, going deep dive so that we'll understand how Vodafone uses its strategy in the business network. First is the joint ventures and alliances. It has entered multiple markets through local telecommunicators such as Vodafone Ziggo and M-Pesa collaborations. Next is it, knowledge sharing. So partnerships enable Vodafone to share its technological, market, ecological, and operational knowledge across its geographies, across the countries where it operates. The third one will be market adaptation. Vodafone specially adapt itself according to the customer needs and insights, traveling closely with the local partners, helping the Vodafone to take more insights and giving the best products, regional preferences, and regulations. Fourth one will be reducing market entry risk. As we all know, in the current competition world, we have many competitors to compete with. So to overcome that, it has the lower network barriers and risk involved in entering in unfamiliar markets by providing local insights and resources, which means they mainly focus on the customer resources or local insights so that they could give out the best from them. Yeah, now Deependa will take you to the timeline of Vodafone. Thank you.
Thank you, Janvi, for such a brief introduction of the company and the business model they use. Now, let's dig deep into the timeline of globalization of the company. As mentioned before by Janvi, that the model that they use is partnership. So throughout their history, they have been partnering with companies in different markets. They launched in UK in 1984 and became independent in 1991. In 1999 and 2000, they merged with AirTouch, entering USA market, and entered Germany by acquiring Mansman. And that was one of the world's biggest deal at that time. Moving to the 2000s, Vodafone entered Japan by acquiring JPhone, India by acquiring Hutchinson SL, and expanded in Turkey and Africa. From 2010 to 2014, they had to sell their US and China mobile stakes to refocus on Europe, Africa, and Asian market. In 2014 to 2020, they entered Spain by acquiring Uno. They also bought Liberty Global assets in Germany and Central Europe. They merged with Idea Cellular in India. Talking about the present situation of Vodafone, they are heavily investing in 5G networks. They are growing African operations and emphasizing on sustainability goals. Now, I'll request Stella to enlighten us with the benefits of globalization.
Thank you, Deependran. So I will discuss how Vodafone internalization has aided in its expansion today. Let's examine how this has benefited them in various markets. So I mentioned 5 points here. The first point is portfolio streamlining and market focus. So Vodafone has put a lot of effort into changing its operational footprint, and this includes the planned merger with Three UK in the first half of 2025, as well as the successful sales of Vodafone Italy and Spain. So the second point is expansion of Vodafone business and digital services. Vodafone business is one significant growth engine. Digital services like cloud and security are in high demand, and the market organic service revenue is growing significantly. So the third point is global customer growth and FTTH expansion. Well, Vodafone has added 462,000 new mobile contract customers worldwide, mostly as a result of strong growth in Portugal and Greece. So Vodafone has expanded its fiber broadband network in the Ireland through partnerships like SIRO. And the fourth point is expanding affordability programs in Africa and beyond. People find it's difficult to access the internet in many parts of the Africa due to data costs. By reducing expenses and growing its connective and just for you initiatives, Vodafone is attempting to address this. And the last point is Vodafone 3 has committed. The last point is 5G investment, and the Vodafone 3 has committed 11 billion over 10 years, including 1.3 billion in the first years, to the rollout 5G standalone throughout the UK. Steffi will continue about past and present challenges. Thank you.
Thank you, Stella, for taking us through the benefits of internationalization. I'm going to go forward and talk about the past and present challenges faced by Vodafone in various markets. Starting with the past challenges. The first one is regulatory pressure in emerging markets, particularly based off India. One of the biggest blows came from India, where Vodafone's operation, after merging with Idea, hit serious regulatory issues. The most damaging was the AGR, that is the adjusted gross revenue case. And based off this hit, it almost ended up writing off its entire investment. The second challenge is complicated mergers. In its push to grow further, Vodafone made some high profile acquisitions like the Germany's Mansman and India's Hutchison SR, which Dipender already took us through in the timeline. While these came with huge integration challenges with both cultural and operational challenges. The third is the European roaming regulations. In many European telecoms, Vodafone relied on the roaming fees for its revenue. But after the Roam Like at Home policy was rolled out in 2017, the roaming charges were capped in the European countries, and this significantly cut into highly mobile regions. The present challenges, the first one being geopolitical and cybersecurity pressures. With rising global tensions, Vodafone had to scale down and withdraw its operations in places like Russia and Hungary. On top of that, there's been pressure around network security, especially in European countries, and also UK banking, especially with the Hawaiian equipment. The second challenge being price wars and ARPU drop in Europe. In saturated markets like Spain and Italy, the telecom space has become extremely competitive, and Vodafone was dragged into price wars, which dragged down the ARPU, that is, the average revenue per user. In Spain, everything got so unprofitable that Vodafone even considered exiting the market. The third challenge is high cost of digital transformation. When Vodafone is like in a high push of 5G, Open RAN, and various digital services, which are necessary but come along with a lot of expenses. In countries like Germany and UK, these investments are crucial for staying competitive, but also they weigh on the short term profits of Vodafone. The fourth one is the heavy debt and efficiency pressures. As of Vodafone's official report in March 2024, the Vodafone's debt stood around $36.2 billion, dollars, and to reduce its cost, it restructured its business and included a layoff of over 11,000 jobs. Lastly, it is sustainability and ESG demands. In today's global companies, we can't avoid sustainable scrutiny, and Vodafone's no exception for the same. And it was held accountable for e-waste, carbon emissions, and diverse ESG regulations. But the company's goal is to become net zero by 2040, and that is not a simple road. Based off these challenges, Deepender is going to talk about the risk mitigation strategies further. Thank you.
Thank you, Steffi, for an elaboration on the challenges that the company face. Now let's go through the measures that they are taking to prepare themselves to face those challenges or any other challenges that might come. I've divided the steps in 5 categories. Let's go through each of them one by one. The first one is cyber threats. In the growing age of technology, cyber threats are common and very lethal. In order to control those, Vodafone has robust control measures and have implemented across all business units. They have potential cyber threats being identified and being monitored every day. Cyber attack simulations are being conducted to check the response readiness of the team. Moving on to market disruption, something that sometimes cannot be in the hands of the company. To counterattack that, Vodafone closely monitor market developments. They consistently deliver offerings that differentiate them from the competitors. They also provide customers with exclusive content such as sports, films, and TV series. Back in the days, Vodafone was one of the few companies that was providing broadcasting messages like news and songs and all those services. Moving on to law and regulations, Vodafone is very strict about ethical misconduct. They have implemented a comprehensive framework of policies that controls and manages risk measures. They have established a code of conduct outlining ethical standards and principles for all employees, be it at the top level or be it as an entry level employee. They have also provided extensive training to keep employees informed about all the new laws and regulations they implement. Moving on to data integrity, as I've said before, in this new age of technology, data breaches and cyber attacks are very lethal and very common, but not with Vodafone. They have designated a dedicated data officer to oversee data quality and management. They've also launched initiatives to enhance the quality of financial and non-financial data. They have implemented policies to ensure maintenance of specified data quality levels. So it's pretty hard to breach those data levels. Moving on to customer rating, something that is not only important for Vodafone, but to every other company. What Vodafone does is they closely track customer feedback and market developments. They have implemented measures to rectify any shortcomings. They have 24 hours customer support. They regularly introduce initiatives to enhance the customer experience. So all in all, Vodafone is very serious about customer rating and taking steps to mitigate any kind of risk. If I were to conclude this presentation in few points, I would just say that Vodafone's story shows how it's grown globally while building strong local partnerships. As it's been told by Janvi, while explaining the business model used by Vodafone, how Vodafone entered different markets through partnerships. It faced real challenges from tough regulations to the high cost of going digital, as explained by Steffi earlier, quite briefly. But overall, Vodafone proves how a company can stay resilient and adaptable in a changing world. As we saw that in the market cap globally, Vodafone is at 29th position in a very competitive market. By investing in 5G, sustainability, and affordable services, it's preparing for the future. As very well explained by Stella, how they invested about 11 billion in just 10 years. Its focus on innovation and customer experience helps it stand out from the competitors. Vodafone is always ready to grow and grow big. That's all from us today. Thank you. Thank you for listening to us.